We'll get started with questions in the room. Aaron, just quickly from me, can you just briefly summarise the team's preparations ahead of tomorrow's final?
Yeah, we had a really good day off after the semi-final against Pakistan, and then an optional training session today, which most guys turned up to. But yeah, it's been really good. The boys have been on a high and can't wait for tomorrow.
Great. Of course, Australia haven't yet won the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. How determined are you and the team at changing those fortunes tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one that's eluded us in the past, and the fact that we're here in the final gives us the best opportunity to rectify that. Yeah, I think it'll be a great game against New Zealand. They're a great side. They've been in all the finals over the last 6 years, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Great. And if you can just give us an idea, what would be your highlights from the tournament thus far?
Well, I think the spirit amongst the team. Obviously, we came here. A lot of people had written us off from the start, so it's been really impressive the way that we've gone about our business. Everyone's prepared really well. Everyone's had a really defining match-defining performance at some point. So the guys are really, really up and about for tomorrow.
Brilliant. Thanks very much. I don't think we have any more questions in the room, so I'll just hand over for questions on Zoom.
Sure. Vishesh Roy.
Hi Aaron, I just wanted to ask you that many people had written you off after the series losses against Bangladesh and West Indies. So how fulfilling is it to reach the finals and have a chance of winning the title that has eluded in the past?
Yeah, like you said, everyone had written us off, but we had a real lot of confidence within. We're really confident in the way that we were preparing, the way that our strategy was coming together. So yeah, I think it hasn't defied expectation. I think we came here with a really clear plan to win the tournament, and we still feel as though we've got the squad to do that.
Aaron, my follow-up would be that in the last game against Pakistan, Pat Cummins bowled a over at the death where he conceded just 3 runs. Do you think he goes a bit under the radar as Mitchell Starc is renowned for his death bowling skills? Yeah,
I think Pat's been fantastic right throughout the innings. He's bowled some really crucial overs in the power play and through the middle. And like we saw last game, that 19th over to bowl to just go for 3, I think was so impressive. So our whole bowling unit have been really impressive all the way through. I think the way that Maxi and Mitch Marsh have contributed with Marcus Stoinis, who hasn't had much of an opportunity with the ball, but the way that they've shared the fifth bowler responsibilities has been fantastic. So yeah, I've been really pleased with all our bowling attack.
Thanks, Aaron. Best of luck for the finals.
Thanks.
Thank you. We'll just go with one question at a time, guys. If you have a second question, jump to the back of the queue and we'll try to get to you if we can. We'll go to Shamik.
Hi, Aaron. Good luck for the game. Just one thing, the way the team performed in the semi-final, pulled it off through Stoinis and Matthew Wade is brilliant. But going into the final, do you think Steve Smith's form is a concern going into the final? He hasn't scored many in this tournament.
No, I'm not concerned one bit about his form. He's a world-class player. He's someone who, in big games, has showed how valuable he is. He's been hitting the ball as well as I've seen for a long time. So, no concerns there whatsoever.
Salman Khan.
Hi everyone, what are you planning for tomorrow's final? What about the playing 11? Will play with the same combination or any changes expected in the team?
We'll keep that under wraps until tomorrow.
Cricket and more.
So the toss factor has been massive in Dubai. Will you guys change your batting approach if you end up batting first?
I think at some point, I said it a couple of weeks ago, I think if you're batting first, at some point in the tournament you're going to have to win a game batting first. So obviously the trend of the tournament and the trend of the IPL leading into this was that chasing was the way to go. But yeah, I'm not too fussed what we have to do first tomorrow. I think in the last game I was hoping to lose the toss actually, because I would have batted first. Well, no, I wouldn't have minded batting first, but the fact that I won the toss, we're always going to bowl. But that's just one of those things. I think if you can put a decent enough score on the board, then you're going to put a lot of pressure on the opposition, even chasing.
Anuj Mishra.
Aaron, looking at the heroics of Matthew Wade, can we see him up the order to fully utilize his his batting abilities in the final showdown?
Yeah, potentially. We talked about it the other day. The possibility of Matt going in a little bit further up the order, especially with Shadab still having a couple overs to go. But we decided to hold him back towards the end, and it paid off there. So he's someone who's really versatile in our order. We've seen him open the batting, bat at 3, and now he's down at 7. So he provides a huge amount of flexibility for our team.
Matt Roller.
Hi Aaron, could I ask you to talk us through the response to the England game, and I guess specifically the days between that loss and the Bangladesh game? I think you took a couple of days off from training, but what were the sort of conversations around that and the response to it?
Yeah, we were disappointed. Obviously, we didn't put in our best performance, but to have a couple of days off and for the guys to regroup on what had been a really, I suppose, gruelling first couple of weeks of the tournament, where we turned up, had some quarantine, and then trained really hard in the lead into the tournament. So to have the ability to mentally and physically freshen up for a couple of days was important. But what we did talk about during that time was staying really committed to being aggressive. We felt as though in that game we were probably just a little bit timid and got outplayed in the power play by Wokes in particular, who got England off to a good start. So it was just about staying really aggressive. We understanding this format of the game, that when you're up against a great opposition, that they don't always allow you big opportunities to get into the game, and whether it's bat or ball, you have to really find a small edge at some point and try and drive that advantage home. And I think every team plays it very similar. So we just reiterated that was how we wanted to go about it, and committed to playing that way.
Navneet.
Aaron, what does the Australia-New Zealand rivalry mean to you and the team, and what makes this rivalry so special?
Oh, I think both teams have got a great history in cricket, but not just cricket, but as neighbours, so to speak, down under. It's a great relationship. We play quite a bit against New Zealand now, and we always have great battles regardless of the format. And yeah, it's bloody exciting to be playing against New Zealand. They're a great team and led super by Kane Williamson. So it's just one of those things that both teams seem to have found their way into each other's path along the way in some tournaments. So yeah, it's really exciting.
Shubham.
Yeah, hi Skipper. So my question is to you is that in the crunch moment and the nail biting moments, like all the spectators and we media person used to bite
I just missed the start of that question. I just missed the start.
Yeah, my question is to you, Skipper, is that in the crunch moment and the nail biting moments, we the spectators and the media person also start biting the nails, like in the tough situations. So is the same with you as well? Like a real nail bite.
I think he's asking if you were nervous at all in those crunch moments.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a few nerves there, no doubt. I think we wouldn't be human if that wasn't the case. It was a tense game, and the fact that we're on the right end of it was obviously very exciting. But that's probably been the change in our approach to T20 cricket in this series. We've gone in with 7 specialist batters for that reason, that if you do have a slight hiccup, we've still got a lot of power and a lot of experience down the bottom of the order. So we carry a lot of confidence with the makeup of that team as well.
Matthew Henry.
Thank you. Hi Aaron. This is being billed as a final between 2 unexpected teams, I guess, 2 expected finalists. Would you agree with that? And does it add any more or even take pressure away, given that?
Well, no, it's not unexpected. Like I said, we came here with a clear plan to try and win this tournament. We always felt as though we've got the depth of the squad and the quality in our squad to put ourselves in a position to do that. And New Zealand, they've been in every final for a long time now in ICC events. So they're a great team over all 3 formats of the game. They're a team that can never be underestimated, but maybe people on the outside do. Certainly inside we don't. They've got firepower, they've got experience, they've got class. So no, I'm not surprised one bit.
Vinayak.
Hello Aaron, this is Vinayak from Scroll.in. My question to you is about the possibility of being the first male Australian team to win the World Cup. As a captain, is that something that you ask your team to embrace the occasion, or you say ignore the occasion and treat it another game? And on a lighter note, have you had a chat with Meg Lanning, about being here and doing it? at the bigger stage?
No, I haven't chatted to Meg, unfortunately. What was the first part of the question? We haven't actually spoken about it as yet. We've, like I said earlier, we've just committed to turning up and playing some really aggressive and good cricket. We understand that T20 cricket can be fickle in its nature at certain periods of time, and you have to embrace the challenges of it, whether it's a final or whether it's a one-off game in any kind of series. I think they all mean a lot. So, we're just excited to get underway tomorrow.
No, Rika.
Good evening, Skipper. First of all, good luck for tomorrow's finale. My question for you is, have you identified any main threats in the New Zealand lineup in terms of batting as well as bowling?
I think the New Zealand side, they've got a huge amount of quality, and they've showed that over a long period of time now. I think they've been the best power play performing team with the ball in this tournament, so that's going to be a challenge. They've got obviously Darren Mitchell, who played a great knock in the last game against England, Martin Guptill, class and power, and then you've got Kane Williamson, who's all class as well as a top three. So they've got match winners right throughout their innings, and with the bat and ball, Ish Sodhi and Mitch Santner have showed their class in the past as well. So that's a game between two sides that are really similarly matched, I think, and it'll be a great game.
Adris Malik.
Skipper, good luck for you, and definitely there is between both the teams there is a good balance, and you are analyzing good. What do you think? Who is the trump card for your team for the final? Adam Zampa or someone else?
I think that, like I said before, at some point throughout the tournament, everyone in our 11 has had a match-winning contribution, which has been really impressive. So I don't think it's down to one person. I think in a big game, you need everyone to chip in their part, and that's a part of the pressure of a final. And if it's your day as an individual, it's trying to maximise that and going as big as you can. So it'll come down to the day on I suppose who maximises their opportunities.
Sunandan.
Aaron, tell us about importance of first 6 overs, whether it is batting or bowling. How important is the controlling the game in first 6 overs?
Yeah, I think we've seen throughout the tournament the importance of the power play. A lot of games have been dictated by who's won that initial contest in the power play in both innings. So no doubt that it'll be a real challenge. It'll be. I won't define who wins the match, but it does help set up your innings if you perform well with the bat. And on the flip side, if you can make inroads and get early wickets with the ball, it goes a long way to trying to control them middle overs on your terms a little bit more.
Last question, guys. Adam Patel.
Hi, Aaron. Just a bit of a personal one. Could you talk a bit about that delivery from Shaheen and whether you've thought about any personal differences in your preparation to, say, face someone like Trent Boult after what happened on Thursday?
Yeah, it was a good ball. Any time it nips back a little bit, I think if you look throughout my career, it's no secret that's where I'm probably most vulnerable. So, that'll be another challenge, obviously, with Trent bowling left-arm swing, with Tim Southey, who can swing the ball away, but he also bowls one where he just knocks it off the seam and it sort of slides in a little bit. So, I've had a really good hit at training just now. So, feeling good going into tomorrow.
Good luck, mate.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks very much for your time, Aaron.
No worries, mate.
Good luck tomorrow.